folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Handicapped Traveler. We're going to be going on adventures together, going exploring parks so that we can see the wonderful nature. Now we probably won't get to see any moose, but I love moose. So we'll also be going to zoos where we can see other animals that you won't see on my trips. I also will be love history, so we'll be hitting up some historical places, towns, and museums. And we also might visit some stores and flea markets, which also are things that I enjoy doing, especially if it's more a antique type store or a flea market. Most times I'll be using a wheeled walker. Other times I'll have a standard cane. Sometimes I'll be using a wheelchair, like when we go to the zoos. I also have a gait belt that when my wife is along with me can hold on to me in case I look like I might fall. Most of all, we're going to have fun. And I want you to remember that using devices like the walker or cane, or whatever you need to use, it's helping you be handy capable instead of handicapped. See you on our adventure. Hello folks, we are at Lakeshore Reservation again in Perry, Ohio for installment number 3. Lucy and Mrs. Traveler are with me today. Okay, so we're starting off. Now, this is, okay, we're going. This is another field that gets cut down in the fall. And more tent caterpillars. They really are. They're bad this year. I remember that at one time they were supposed to cycle. So I guess this is a cycle of when they're bad. And we got our, starting out with our pokeweed. And now, and this is the flower that I saw last time that I said was a morning glory. When Mrs. Traveler watched the video, she said it is a morning glory. So Mrs. Traveler answered my question. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. Maybe we can get a picture today. Though it looks like Lucy is involved in something. Oh, here she comes running. Mrs. Traveler is going to look it up for us as we take more of a look. And I'm being told that this area here is where you see the monarchs. What time of the year was that, hon? We gotta look that up. I know it's in the fall sometime. I probably can get she's, yeah. And the bumblebee, and it's coming after me. It doesn't like me taking its picture, so we're gonna move on along from the bumblebee. And why is my zoom not working again? There we go. We got some black-eyed Susans here. Why I say it that way, I don't know. That ferny type plant is apparently garden asparagus. So is it actually part of the asparagus family, or? Well, apparently it's a decorative um, plant that's used in buildings and stuff to, for the architecture. And I don't know if you can hear the dogs barking, but there are a lot of dogs out this morning. We came early hoping to get the wildlife, and I have a feeling the wildlife will be hiding with all these dogs barking. Can hear the birds chirping, but can't see them. And I'm sure if Lucy sees one of the dogs, she very well will start up again with her barking. We were in the car and she started. Apparently that asparagus thing is easy to grow. Oh, shucks. I thought I might be able to get a robin for you, but he hopped away as soon as he saw us. I didn't think we were close enough for him to realize, but he's like, yeah. He's somewhere in that brush there. And there goes Lucy. There's a hi, Lucy. Sometimes she's really good, and other days she's not. She she is a rescue dog. We don't know how her life, what her life was before. I see a flower that I gotta show you. We got the Queen Sand lace again. I always am happy when I see that. So it looks like it's going to be fairly clear morning. They say we might get some showers tonight, and then tomorrow is supposed to be rainy. But so we'll see. We can use the rain. As I said lately, northeastern Ohio usually gets tons of rain. We're just not getting it this year. Which in some ways is nice, but in other ways it isn't, because we need the rain. And again, the morning glory, which we have, excuse me, I'm sorry. We have morning glory at home. We actually got the hummingbird at it yesterday. Unfortunately, I don't think Mrs. Traveler saw it. Were you able to see the hummingbird eating at our morning glory? No. Actually, I don't think she was even home when I saw it, so of course she didn't see it. So, and we're coming up to the trail here that I showed you on our last part. That's dirt and stone, but then we'll loop around to the other side. And okay, now I understand, because I thought the morning glories needed something to go up on. Yeah, it, Mrs. Traveler said it's a wild morning glory, but also called hedge bindweed. But she did say if it doesn't have something to go, it just goes on the ground, which you can see there. It's just on the ground. So now we're just going to keep moving here, and have a feeling I'm going to pull over and stop once we get to that path, because I'm already needing a break. And this is, as I said, the path, and that was where I showed you the campsite parking, but now you can get a better look at how it's blocked off. Now, I don't know, maybe it can swing open. There is hinges on it, so I'm not sure if that happens or not. But I'm going to pull over and take a short break. We'll be back on the road here shortly. Okay, so I came on the other side, and you can see how the sign is saying Lakeshore Reservation parking access for permit camping. So apparently there is a lock on it, but they must come and unlock it for the people that are coming to camp. My brain is not working today. And Mrs. Traveler found a pretty plant, which is called primrose. Evening primrose, which, oh, they open in the evening and close at the sunrise, so they're probably going to be closing here soon, since it's actually past. Hey, had a pretty dog just going by, but he has a master in tow. Now, I might have shown these last time. There's some bush with pretty red flowers and a nice purple flower. I'm going to go down the dirt road, huh? But it's so bushy that my phone could not actually get a decent picture of them. So we're not sure what those are. But they are pretty. And, you know, the Traveler family is all about pretty nature. Let me take my phone back. Will that help? Okay. Now we're on the dirt stony path again, which, as I said, you did get to see last time we were here. And I also mentioned that at times it's nice to re-see the beautiful nature. And I can definitely hear the crickets going this morning. I won't make any comments about them again. Yeah. Though they're not really coming up on the camera, they're so far away. There's some nice, pretty yellow flowers. But it's so bushy and dense that it's hard to get things that are on the other end of the field. So, but Lucy is happy. She gets to sniff. And I also plan on, I'll close out the video, but there will also be a bonus. So stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how we have actually made it so that Lucy's handy capable and not handicapped. Can't really, she seems okay in the grass, but she has a spinal issue and it affects her one leg and she kind of hops around, so it doesn't seem to affect her at all. She's happy to go for her walks and she'll come running when we leave and we get home. She loves to see us come home. She can't jump up into our Jeep anymore. So we made it so that she can get into the Jeep without us picking her up, because it's hard for us to pick her up. Yeah. Now, as my wife was pointing out, believe it or not, this used to be a path that you could cut through. As you can see, they don't even bother with cutting it down anymore, and you can't walk that path anymore. Up, and we actually have campers, so I won't be able to actually show you the campsite, but I will just kind of give you a glimpse of the road back to the campsite. But as I said, we won't go exploring in the campsite. Now, I mentioned some of the other parks have campsites too. These campsites are all tent camping. They, which Mrs. Traveler and our youngest son and myself used to do. Lucy wasn't with us at that time. That was many years ago. Huh? Yeah. And I haven't mentioned some of the wildlife, but not today. But sometimes we get to see deer. And there is a bird hopping around in the tree there. And again, they hide themselves so well. I'm hoping you can hear. And now it's not even singing. It sounded like an oriole to me, which we get here. And we get them in the beginning of the season at our house. They are just so pretty. And once in a while they show up now, and of course we get excited again. I hear the bird in this pine tree, but I can't see it, so I can't zero in on it. And I think I've been shutting my trap more often than not today. When I said that last time, Mrs. Traveler, when she watched the video, said, yeah, that ain't happening. And of course, we do have some modernization approaching in here with the electric lines, because the pavilions and such have electric in them. We will be going by one of the pavilions today. You saw one on the other side, and today we'll see the one on this side, which we've attended events on. So this
What is... That's not goldenrod, is it, hon? You see what I'm talking about? Because it looks different. I'm not sure whether... Because, as you can see, it's a little bit back, so we might not have been able to get as good of a picture. Now we're back on the pavement, which makes it easier and a little less noisy. Yeah. Again, it's so far away that you can pick up other plants, so it has... Yeah, it failed, so I'm not sure what that plant was. Now we're getting a better up-close look at the wood pile that I told you about that the park systems provide for the campers that are here today. And as you can see, campsite is occupied, and I didn't realize they had a fence there that they could close off so that they have privacy, which is nice that they get, that they have that. That means you probably get it later. Yeah. Sometimes it takes time and then it shows up later. So we're trying to find out what this is, which is kind of cool looking. One thing for sure, I might not be able to get the wildlife, but I do get the floral, the flowers and trees and plants for you. Again, we're by Lake Erie. That's cool. That almost looks like how they have those things where people get married and you walk under the plant. And it's natural that way though. And you can see Lake Erie in the background. I don't know why, I just think that is cool. But that's me. And we're coming up to a paved trail here that I don't ever remember being here before. Apparently they put some new ones in. So, do we want to go down that one? Explore. I don't think I've been on this trail before. So we're headed on a new trail in this park. Again, I get excited. Plus it's paved, which makes it easy for me. Easier for me, I guess I should say, not easy. And I showed you these. Yep, I showed you those flowers last time. Always have to show you the dead trees that are rejuvenating for the new stuff. And it's really shady in this area, which is nice. Though it's not really that warm today anyway. My whistler's not working today. I was trying to whistle. Yeah. Here's, these are smaller leaves. This might actually be the English ivy. Okay, not the, that's the English ivy, not the ivy I saw last time. Watchdog coming. Hi, he's adorable. But, I am a dog fan too, though I'm not showing it. That's good. Lucy was too busy investigating that she didn't see the dog being carried by a lady. But they always have masters attached to them, including Lucy. So, and okay, so it's just a short loop. You can go one way or the other to get to the uh, path that goes to the parking lot. My sun's getting in my eyes here, even with the cap, which is something I'm going to have to get. Mrs. Traveler wants a cap or a hat. She said if she's going to keep doing this with me. And what is it? Do you know what these are from? And we have some cornflowers, which we've gotten those in our garden, right, huh? We plant wild seeds. Morning. So, how are you today? Okay. So, we got those in our yard. Tracked the birds. Yeah. Mrs. Traveler's taking a picture of. There we go. She's taking a picture of this plant, which we also have, and the goldfinches really like it. I'll see them on it, eating at it, at that plant, which, of course, we like. And that's one of these days I'll probably just take do a short video at our house, because I keep telling you, the internet's not connected. So, but anyhow, we that's a cool pink. No, not sure what this is, but we taking a picture of the lake for you, and then we'll head up to towards the parking lot, and I'll check and see if when we get to, that's okay. Another boat out there. So when I close out, I'll see if we got any of the pictures. We're gonna go up towards the parking lot. No, I figured that could be on part 4. So anyhow, sorry about the little discussions, sidebars. But as I said in the last video too, we keep it real. So there's swings and stuff. I had mentioned, I think in the Lakeshore Reservation Part 1, and we will get to those in Part 4. And every so often they label the trees because they had planted them in memory of somebody. Which, this one here, it's a sugar time crab apple, which they have little berries on them, or maybe little apples. When I get home, I'm hoping that some of the bird sounds will come through. And that's just a leaf. I thought I saw a bird on the path, but it's just a leaf. So, nothing to get real excited about. We also have seen deer in this area. And there's been times where they really haven't been all that skittish. We've stayed on the path and they're in there eating. And they don't worry about it. This is more in the fall when it's not as, the brush isn't quite as heavy and they're trying to get what they can. One of these days, maybe we'll be able to find some wild white-tailed deer for you. It's one of the spots we go to. There's so many different parks in this area that we plan on hitting a lot of them, plus getting to some in other areas too. We just love traveling around and seeing nature, as you know. And then there's some areas here, like we're coming up on one, where you got a picnic table and a grill. So there are pavilions, and then there's just some separate areas. As you can see, where you can just take a picnic. So we're coming up on the pavilion, and I'll show you that real quick. And a nice big German Shepherd coming along too. Pokeweed is quite prevalent in this park, and in the morning glories. And I think we're coming up on some more black-eyed Susans. So once after I show you the pavilion, I'll sign out, and then, as I said, there will be bonus footage of us showing you how we've made the Jeep handy-capable for Lucy. As you can see, the pavilion is a decent size. But when our church didn't have our own building, we'd have our picnics here. Well, sometimes we'd have picnic here. Oh, cool. In the other part of the park, I had told you about how they had the fountains, and they had they used to have bowls for dogs that were just chained to it. Now they have this, and it has its own little pump. Mrs. Traveler is running it, so you can see how it works. Lucy's not showing any interest in having water this morning now. Of course. Another picture of this gorgeous dog. At least I think she's gorgeous. So I'm going to sign out here, and we, as I said, we'll have bonus footage of her getting into our Jeep. Anyhow, I want to thank you all for coming, and I'd like to remind you that if you liked it, please subscribe and hit that bell. Also hit that thumbs up, because it really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that you do have some fun and enjoy seeing the flowers and possibly hearing the wildlife. I don't usually hear it when I get home, though. But anyhow, I want to wish you all a great day, and remember, if you have to use a cane, walker, wheelchair, whatever kind of assistive device you need, it's making you handy-capable, not handicapped. So get out there, enjoy what you like doing. Have a great day. Go ahead, Lucy.